Day one, purpose-driven. The quality is purpose-driven. Purpose-driven is one of the 36 qualities that were found by this think tank in Colorado in the 300 greatest leaders in the world that purportedly made them who, what they are. They were and they are. You can argue with the list of the 300 greatest leaders, but all of them are known to us today. The George Washingtons, the Abraham Lincolns, the Mahatma Gandhis, the Helen Kellers, the Martin Luther Kings. You may not agree with all their philosophies or all their stances on issues, but you certainly do admire their leadership ability. And the one quality that really stands out in all of them is the quality of being purpose-driven. Now, this is an opinion of mine. I believe that if you can accomplish the quality of purpose-driven, you will have accomplished the greatest of all these qualities. I don't demean the other 35 qualities. I'm just saying this one is the most difficult to obtain. And the quality, the one thing that we do know is that all of these 36 qualities, the ability to be purpose-driven is within all of us. Every one of us has it within him to do it. For instance, if you've ever told the truth once in your life, you have the quality of honesty within you. Now that's a stretch, but that's the truth. If you have honesty within you, then it just never has been developed. And what this curriculum is here to do is simply to develop these qualities that are in you. And you have the quality of being purpose-driven. What's the definition of purpose-driven? Well, it's a little difficult because purpose-driven a lot of times is just seen as goal setting. You set your goals and you do your goals. Well, that is, in a way, that's true. But the fact of it is drudgery, work without a vision is nothing. It's just drudgery. If you work and you don't have a vision, you don't have a direction, you don't have a destination, if all you do is work, the person that just goes to school every day, they go to first period, then they go to second period, then they go to third period. They don't have a goal for what they're doing. The player that goes to practice every day with no goal, he just goes to spend the time. He has to work 2 hours a day to be on the team. If those are that's drudgery. That becomes just drudgery. Now, if you have a vision, but you don't put work with it, that's a dream. And there are so many dreamers. It's as if I want to be, what's your goal? I want to be an NFL football player. Okay, what are you doing today to make that vision, dream come true? Nothing. I'm just one of these days I'm going to wake up and somebody's going to find me and they're going to put me in the NFL. That's the way it works. You just show up one day and you're in the NFL. No, that's as ludicrous as anything you'll do. You can't be a dreamer. Now, what a goal is vision with the work. That's what it is. You have this vision of what you're going to be and who you're going to be and what you're going to do, and it becomes, you put a plan with it and you put a timetable with it, and it becomes that. On that. That's the purpose-driven life. When you have a goal, when you have a vision, and you have also the work and the plan that goes with it. Compare it to this. To get in and do something, drudgery is just doing something. Vision without a plan is dreaming. Goal is to have both. Think about this. Sir Edmund Hillary was the first man to ever climb Mount Everest. Now let me ask you something. And then this is going to sound a little bit silly, and sometimes it borders on ridiculous. Do you think that certain Edmund Hillary just got up one morning and started walking around, and all of a sudden he said, well, looky here. I'm on top of Mount Everest. Well, that didn't happen. You know, and nobody believes that it happens that way. You have to plan out, you have to plan, you have to strategize. Edmund Hillary didn't make it the first time. As a matter of fact, the British Parliament gave him an award. He hadn't made it to the top of, one of his best friends died in one of his attempts. And they had in the background a picture of Mount Everest, and they were making Edmund Hillary, Sir Edmund Hillary, in Parliament. And he stood in front of Parliament, and he turned around and he looked at Mount Everest, and he said, you cannot grow, but I can, and I will conquer you. What's purpose-driven? That's purpose-driven. His purpose in his life was to climb Mount Everest. Did he do it? Yeah, but he had lots of plans, he had lots of failures, and then he came back and he did it. So it makes it easy. How do you develop the quality? You set goals daily, and you start with the simplest thing that you can do. In other words, you start with very small goals. Let me give you an example. Let's say today that you set down 3 goals. I want to make my bed today. I want to be positive with all my classmates. I want to do my homework. That's 3 goals. Make my bed. Is that difficult? No. Is that a time? Do you have a time? Yeah, you have a plan, a way of doing it? Oh, yeah. You know, you don't spread a bed, you make a bed. Number 2, you know, you're going to be positive to all your friends. You're not going to make fun of anybody. You're not going to be demeaning. You're going to be positive with all your friends, all your classmates. Number 3, you're going to do all your homework. Well, you got to set aside time to do it, and you got to make yourself, you got to turn the TV off, or you got to put up the video game or whatever it is, you got to do it. Now, when you do those, the benefit is when the day is over, when the day ends, and somebody says, what kind of day did you have? I had a great day. I really had a great day. I did all 3. What goes up? Your self-image goes up. You feel good about yourself. You got something done that day. You didn't just spend time all day long. You got your homework done. You made the bed. Did it. Now, and you'll see in the curriculum, if you do those goals, put a plus there. That means I did them. Yay, buddy, I got them done. If you didn't do one of them, give yourself a minus. And then write down, why didn't I get it done? Why didn't I get that bed made? Did I not get up in time? What was it that caused me to not do it? And then write down what you're going to do differently tomorrow. What does it mean you're doing? You're growing every day. Everest can't grow. The bed can't grow, but you can grow. You can become better. If I didn't get up in time to make the bed today, then I can set the alarm clock for a few minutes earlier tomorrow. If I didn't get my homework done today because I watched TV or played a video game, then what I can do is not play the video game tomorrow. I can set that time aside and get my homework done. If I'm not positive with my friend, if I drop down to their level and got into a insult contest with somebody, I can say, I got to be better than that. I've got to stop that. You give yourself a minus, you write down what it was that kept you from doing it, and then why I'm going to be different tomorrow. What I'm going to do differently. Why didn't I get it done, and what am I going to do differently? Once you do that, you're going to get better every day. Don't expect perfection. You may not even get one of the goals done today. But if you write down why didn't I get them done and what I'm going to do differently tomorrow, by Friday, you'll get them done. And you're on the road to being a purpose-driven individual. Don't beat yourself up if you don't get them done. You don't have to do that. Take your time, do them one at a time. That's how you become a purpose-driven individual. Look at the question. What does purpose-driven mean to you now? Now, it's very important for you to write that down. After you've heard this, write down what purpose-driven means to you now. Now, here's why it's important. At the base of your skull is a group of cells called the RAS, the reticular activating sensors. They're the junk mail filters for the brain. And they let in two things. Number one, they let in anything that's a danger to you. It goes directly to that brain for action. The second thing it writes down is anything that's important to you. Anything that's important. Well, the brain determines something's important if you write it down. So the minute you write that goal, your subconscious mind starts working on it. You don't have to just sit there and think about it. Your subconscious starts to work on it. And if you don't get those three things done today, your subconscious mind is going to remind you didn't get it done. Write them down. Why is it important? Remember this. You develop the quality of purpose-driven by doing, not by hearing and not by listening. You become purpose-driven by doing goals every day, holding yourself accountable and getting them done. Be the best you that you can be by making this a great day.